everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. It's hard to imagine this not being a fun game to watch. It's the Seahawks going up against the Raiders. With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Guy.
Now this game would be a dirty Super Bowl 52 matchup in Minneapolis. Man, I cannot wait to play the Oakland Raiders, as they do not have Marshawn Lynch, but they do have Eddie Lacy, as I got Marshawn Lynch back on the team. And the Raiders look like they're excited to hopefully win this game, and we're excited to hopefully win this game as Derek Carr comes out, man. I really like Derek Carr. There's nothing wrong with Derek Carr, man. What? Okay, maybe I heard. Alright, guys. So sorry about me yelling in the mic. That was an accident. Alright, so Green Bay goes 1-3 in the preseason, and I face them next in the regular season. So I feel in Green Bay, so I feel like I do have a good chance of beating them with the way the team has been playing, as Cordell Patterson, the former Minnesota Viking, takes it up to the 30. And now here comes number 4, Derek Carr, as the running back. Who's it going to be? Probably Lacy, number 31 right there. So Eddie Lacy is the running back for the Oakland Raiders, as I got the trade in before the season even started to get Marshawn Lynch back on Seattle's. Eddie Lacy's gonna pick up a few yardage, 13 yards for the Black Hole fans and the Oakland Raiders. It's a good run by frickin' Eddie Lacy right there, proving why he should be on the Seahawks. And Marshawn Lynch is just sitting on the sideline saying, man, they traded me back, they got me back, they did what they needed to do, as he's in a juke. And Michael Bennett is going to hit Eddie Lacy down. Man, I like playing Eddie Lacy, man. He played on Green Bay. I had every time I'd face him in a franchise mode, he'd do good on us. So I'll see how he does in the Black Hole, man. He's not on Green Bay anymore. He's in Oakland. He's playing for the Oakland Raiders. He should be on Seattle. Well, he is on Seattle in real life, as Amari Cooper gets the catch. As in real life, Eddie Lacy is actually playing with the Seattle Seahawks, and Marshawn Lynch is actually playing with the Oakland Raiders. I just got the trade to get Marshawn on the team because I really miss Marshawn, as Richard Sherman gets the tackle and Eddie Lacy fumbles early in the game, man. This is the thing with Eddie Lacy has struggled with for the past years in his career, man. He cannot hold on to the ball. That is not his thing to do, as Marshawn Lynch is back in that Seattle uniform looking nice. And here we go with the run. Marshawn Lynch is going to get stuffed behind the line for a -3 yardage. Man, I really wish my offensive line would play so much better, but I don't know how I'm going to get them fixed, bro. There's got to be a way. I got to get my offensive line doing a good job, as Beast Mode picks up good yards, as Joseph comes in for the tackle. But I just need a better offensive line, and that's the truth. The offensive line is my offensive line is terrible. I need a new one, as I'm going to Beast Mode right there, and Beast Mode saying get off him, as Sean Smith gets juked, and then Khalil or somebody gets the tackle as Marshawn Lynch. He does get a lot of receptions though as a Seahawk, because he knows that the offensive line ain't that good and doesn't really get a lot of running room, so he just picks up the ball with passes. And I'm throwing to the man Jermaine Kearse, who is now a New York Jet. We do have Paul Richardson, whoever we picked up from the Jets. I am gonna miss Jermaine Kearse. He has done so much for Seattle. He did a lot for the Seahawks, man. He helped them to get to the Super Bowl. He made unbelievable catches for this team, man, and it's sad to see him go. So I'm gonna hurry up, try and get him back, and I'm gonna throw it back to Marshawn, and Marshawn Lynch with the stiff arm, and maybe not a first down, but a good yardage from Marshawn Lynch, 3rd and inches. But anyway, back to Jermaine Kearse. Jermaine Kearse's situation, man. He got traded. Everybody said it was gonna happen. He got traded, man. I wish him luck in New York, as T. Rawls is gonna pick up a 1-yard gain and gain the Seattle first down, man. So I hope Jermaine Kearse likes the Jets, but in franchise mode, he is staying a Seahawk unless I can maybe get him off, as I'm going to Jimmy Graham for the Seahawks touchdown, as he's been quiet in the preseason, man. He really has been quiet, and I just let him get the ball right there to kind of use him some more rather than be like the real life Seattle Seahawks and don't even really use him as Blair Walsh will be good. 7-0 Seattle. As Dylan Thomas is waiting to get into this game, I don't think I want to run with Russell too much. I don't want to have the fact that he could get injured in this game. So I think he's done with the game, man. I really do. I think he is done in this game. If I could just play some good defense, man, and get DT out there, D. Thomas, man, I'm good. Thompson. Alright, here we go. I feel like they're gonna run it with Eddie Lacy again, as they're giving it back to Lacy. And he's done his stuff, and now with someone else. James Richardson is coming in to run the ball for Eddie Lacy, man. Maybe Eddie Lacy got hurt, and that's not what this team needed. They do not need the starting runner back to be hurt, as Derek Carr is going to line up in the shotgun, throw it in, almost picked off by Griffin right there. Griffin should have had that, should have been our ball, but he fucked up. So it's 3rd and long, 3rd and 14, man. I'm going to press up on the line, and I hope we make a play, and Michael Bennett is trying to escape as Cliff Averill comes around and gets the sack on Derek Carr. That will end the first quarter, and that will end kind of Russell Wilson's day. Yeah, that's gonna already end his day, man. That's what I want. I don't really want him to be working his butt off before the first game, as Martellus King comes out to punt, and this motherfucker has a good leg, so expect a good punt by King. Yeah, it was alright, as McKiskey, or whatever the hell his name is gonna get just drilled basically right away, as Smith right there, a former Seahawk himself. There's a lot of former Seahawks on the Raiders, to believe it or not. Bruce Irvin, Malcolm Smith, he was the first Seahawk to go, and now Marshawn Lynch in real life, man. It's like, that's a lot of freaking Raider. I mean, that's a lot of Seahawks going to the Raiders, man. As Thomas Rawls loses his only yard of the game for going backwards on that run, man. Thomas Rawls and I gotta work on my offensive line. Like I've said, they are not the best offensive linemen in the league, as Lee gets the tackle right there. Like, this is the problem with my offensive line. They just do not keep blocks. For passing, they're good. Yeah, they're a good offensive freaking lineman when it comes to passing, for timing and stuff. I'm gonna go to McVoy, and that's picked off right there. Dylan Thomas did not have enough arm on that, but you know what? That's all right, man. I think he's gonna be the backup with under Russell Wilson. I think it's time to get rid of Boykin. I really haven't thrown with Boykin. I might put him in this game just to let him work, man, to see what he has, because I have not really thrown with Boykin, as it looks like they have E.J. Manuel out there, and they're going to throw it, and that's going to be a good yard of gain, and a good run by James Richardson right there. 14 yards for E.J. Manuel, man. Manuel's trying to prove himself and say why he should be the backup for the Oakland Raiders, as he used to play for the Buffalo Bills, and now he's playing for the Oakland Raiders, man. The Raiders are getting stacked, man. As they go back to Richardson, and what a weird tackle by Griffin, but we got him down, and it was a loss of 2 right there. So there's a lot of stuff to be thinking about going into the regular season, man. Who we're going to kick off the team to make it a 53-man roster, man. I think we're going to keep Frank Clark. We're going to keep Captain Marsh. Well, I call him Captain Marsh because that's what some people call him. I think we're going to keep some cornerbacks, but I don't think we're going to keep Bass. Like this guy right here, he ain't that good, man. I don't think he's that good. He made a good play right there, but I don't think he's that good. This Jordan kid over here, he might be able to stick on the team for a day or two. We might just have to see and wait and how this game goes, man. Is Frank Clark trying to get there, and now Richardson is out of bounds, and that will set up the 3 for the Oakland Raiders as Dylan Thompson really did not do good on that first drive, as Janikowski's coming in to let the time run, I guess, not kick the field goal real quick. As here we go, Janikowski, now he's getting ready to line up for a 3 to make it 7-3 and Seattle up by 4 if we don't block this. I have not got a block in this game yet, and this guy's taking forever to kick it, and he kicks it and it's good. Janikowski, easy field goal for Janikowski, man. He's always been good. It'd be nice to pick up Matt Prater, but no one seems to want, like, the Detroit does not seem like they want to give up Matt Prater. Look at him go, man. Alright, man, Dylan Thompson, 1:53 before his night is over, because I really want Boykin to come out and do his thing, practice a little, to see who I'm gonna keep it in this. Like, should I, or maybe I should keep all 3 just in case, man. And there's a flag, and I hope it's not a holding call, because then it would be 1st and fucking 20. Do not be a holding call. On the offense, who did the hold? Oh my gosh, Jordan. Alright, man, so that will take us down like 1st and 20. Because Dylan Thompson has to regain himself here, man. He has to play some good football. Here we go, and just don't get the yardage back, as McVoy is going to spin out of bounds real quick with the 7-yard gain, as it's 2nd and 13 right there, man. Good play by McVoy. I really like McVoy on this team, man. He does what he needs to do. Paul Richardson, I haven't really gone up to him yet this whole preseason, as no one's opening. Dylan Thompson is going to take off, as I'm going to call a timeout. And it'll be third down and 3. Yeah, that's more like it. Here we go. We're gonna do an out route, give it to Paul Richardson, and Richardson's gonna fall and will get out of bounds, as Dylan Thompson, he's kind of warming up now, but unfortunately he gets taken out in the in the 3rd quarter. But I really want Boykin to work. Like I said, man, he has to work. So does this backup offensive lineman, as I'm gonna go to Paul Richardson again, and Paul Richardson, 20-10 touchdown. Paul Richardson in Seattle. Oh, what a dive into the end zone. So good play right there by Paul Richardson. Dylan Thompson, knowing he threw a pick in this game, and every quarterback usually throws a pick, as Blair Walsh is probably gonna miss this one, man. Blair Walsh makes it. Oh, Blair Walsh, you and I are having some mixed feelings about, but as anyway, Paul Richardson just a little dumb down to him, and he scored, well, a little drag route, and he scores. He takes that ball up for DT, and Dylan Thompson will probably leave this game with a pick and a touchdown, so that's not that bad. We'll just see how good Boykin does, man. Like, I only played Boykin once in this whole preseason, and he needs to come out and get some reps, man. He really does. I should have played him more times than I wanted. Should have. More times that, yeah, you know what I mean. More times than what I did. As EJ Manuel is just having a struggle for this Oakland Raiders defense. Offense, man. He started off hot, but ever since he threw like that first incomplete pass, he's having a struggle, man. The Seahawks backups are just getting to him a little bit too much, as he's gonna dump it down and not even get up to his receiver, man. That is not what you want if you're EJ Manuel. If you're gonna be the backup for the Oakland Raiders, you gotta focus better, and you gotta play some better football, as James Richardson lines up in the backfield. Here we go. Let's see what the play is. I bet it's a pass, even though it ain't, and James Richardson is going to pick up maybe 5, but then get tackled back down to make it 4th and 10. 4th and 5. And I'll make Metellus King kick off to me real quick. I'm not going to call a timeout. I'm just gonna try and get into halftime as fast as possible. Just to get into halftime, man. And we're gonna see what we can do here, and as we just get stuffed, basically. So we're at 30. Dylan Thompson. He wouldn't mind to maybe get a couple more throws, and I'm gonna let him throw a couple more. But man, that's if he could hit them all good perfectly. And here we go, man. Off to Luke Wilson, and incomplete by Luke Wilson, man. 68 yards for Dylan Thompson, man. He's having a good game for just one quarter. As I'm gonna run it with T. Rawls here, and T. Rawls is gonna get stuck and more stuck and stuck. So I'm just gonna call one timeout. Gotta let DT get his reps in, man. Gotta let him get a feel for the NFL field if he's gonna be a backup. But we'll see what Boykin does. And like I said, if I keep all three quarterbacks, like Boykin scramble, and I'm gonna get sacked right there, and Oakland is gonna call a time out before halftime, man. So, alright, so the defense of the Oakland Raiders successfully got us there. John Ryan is coming out for his first punt, and I'm sky high in this kick, baby. Oh, he kind of muffed it, and it's almost blocked, man. And they got 1 second left, and it was a fair catch, and Jeremy Lane, or whoever that was, tackled him. And there was no flag, as the Oakland Raiders are going to come out and take a kneel, man. They're going to come out and take a freaking kneel. Are you serious? As San Francisco just scored, and can maybe defeat the undefeated Los Angeles Chargers. Alright, man. So we're going to halftime. We're just going to skip it. And we get the ball out first, man. And Boykin, that means you're coming out to play some football. Boykin, where you at? Boykin, here we go. Boykin, he's ready to play some football. Alright, Boykin. I expect you to do good. Oh, alright, a little bit out of bounds. I'm just kidding. Alright, here we go, Boykin. So here comes Boykin, man, ready to get his reps in. And here we go. Boykin in the backfield. And no one's open, but I'm going to throw anyway. And it's incomplete. This Oakland Raiders team knows what they got to do. And if I lose this game, man, this is really nothing to sweat. It's just preseason, man. That's why I'm Boykin out here. I just want Boykin to see if he could do what he needs to do and see if he's worth to be on an NFL team, as McVoy picks up good yardage, as Malcolm Smith, the former Seattle Seahawk, gets the tackle. I really like McVoy. If Seattle would ever get rid of him, I feel like he should be a starter on another team, bro. Like, as that's a little bit like not where I wanted that to be, but there's a flag. What could it be? Waiting for it, holding. Pass interference on defense. That's a free first down for Seattle. Free first down for Seattle, man. We'll take it. And here we go. Oh, and it's incomplete. The offensive line for the Seahawks are struggling in this one, man. I don't know if it was because of halftime or what, but they are not doing so good. As Boykin is just trying to get some reps in, man. And I'm going to throw to Paul Richardson, and it's incomplete. Boykin overthrows Paul Richardson, man. Boykin overthrows Paul Richardson. That's sad. Alright, here we go. What is the Raiders gonna do here? As they're gonna... McVoy's gonna get all wide open, and Boykin is not gonna get that ball out fast enough, man. So it doesn't look like Boykin is gonna do what he needs to do anything successful on that drive, but maybe next drive he'll come out and play some better football, because I'm not gonna like let him fucking destroy this game for us. As we get a good hit right there, and that's our ball, man. I should have got the fumble recovery better, but what a hit by Desai. What a hit, man. What a freaking hit. And this Raiders crowd, they know it's preseason, but they are not happy with the way their team is playing. As I'm gonna throw to Boykin, and Paul Richardson, and Richardson is gonna pick up some yardage, and Boykin now, that's a good dot, but I feel like he's better with like little passes, not no big Russell Wilson or Dylan Thompson passes yet. He's still working on those in this NFL, and as Thomas Rawls is gonna get in for a Seahawks touchdown. Thomas Rawls, baby, the backup, but he's a good one. Good backup, and we're gonna go for two, man. We're just gonna go for two, mess around a little bit with these Raiders, and it's good. 2-point conversion is good, man. We're just messing around with the Oakland Raiders now. Luke Wilson will take that 2 points and brag about it. So that was a dirty hit to set up that touchdown. So I'm proud of that hit, man. Like, even our special teams is hitting freaking hard. Even our special teams. So I bet Boykin is sitting on the sideline thinking, man, the drive I just had compared to the drive I started the game with was way better. What started the half with is way better. He came out, even though I know it was close position, and he only got like one pass off. He had a way better drive. As Frank Clark will get the tackle right there. Dude, Frank Clark is like a linebacker plus like freaking D-line. Like, he's a beast. Frank Clark just does his job, doesn't bitch, and ain't whining, man. So like I said, if freaking Michael Bennett gets injured, I know that Frank Clark will come out and do his job, as Jordan will have to run all the way across the field to get Richards down. That's what I'm talking about, man. If that Jordan kid, I know if Cliff Averill gets hurt or if Cliff Averill starts slacking, I know I could put Jordan there. He like took off halfway across the field to get that tackle, bro. As Frank Clark, good pass, and no touchdown yet. They were close, and EJ Manuel is getting his groove back, man. 3 for 5 in the game. He does have good completion rates right now. He really does. He's only missed 2 passes, but he's just trying to play good ball. Like, he has to be scoring, man. The first 2 passes he missed was just silly stuff right off his lineman and all this stuff. As Richardson's done running again, and Frank Clark is gonna stop him with the help of Bass's tackle right there, as it will come in as a Frank Clark tackle. And we're gonna press in this, and Richardson's gonna score right there for a Raiders touchdown. And the Raiders, they're not, oh, DeAndre Washington, not Richardson, my bad. As the Raiders will get back into this game. Well, it's by 12. They're down by 12 after this Janikowski field goal made, man. Good playing right there by EJ Manuel. He just played really good on that drive. That's good, man. That's what the Raiders need to see out of EJ Manuel, because if Derek Carr gets hurt this season in the game, in real life, I doubt EJ Manuel would be that fucking good. In the game, it would really help him to maybe get back still to the playoffs if EJ Manuel does good, man. And this is the problem, man. 1 yard, 6 rushes. Like, no, come on, Thomas Rawls. Like, stop running backwards. Play some better football, man. You got to find those holes. All right, I'm gonna try and get a couple yards there as I get 3 on that play, man. Got those yards back that I lost. As the time is ticking, man, I got chew clock on. I'm going to whoever's open on this one. He's going to whoever's open. Going to whoever opening. Luke Wilson with the catch, man. So good catch by Luke Wilson, and that will take us to the 4th quarter. Ooh, Luke Wilson's happy. So good play by Luke Wilson, getting open there. Good freaking blocking, well, for a minute. As I'm trying to find holes, and I found a hole, and I'm gonna break off, and Thomas Rawls is gonna pick up a first down and more. So good gains by, well, good blocking by the offensive line right there. But good gain by Thomas Rawls for picking that hole and just smashing it as they're on a blitz. And McVoy is gonna almost break off that tackle. That's the new animations in Madden, man. It looks like they're gonna break off, but they don't. I'm gonna look at McVoy's stats, I think, after this game. Well, look, three receptions, 22 yards, scratch that. As here we go, Thomas Rawls trying to find the lane, and there we go. There's the lane, and Thomas Rawls picking up another Seahawks first down, and he's now Thomas Rawls looks like he's starting to kind of do good. And yeah, the offensive line is working hard, man. They're doing what they need to do. And that time, the Raiders defense just did what they needed to do. Played good defense right there. Yeah, our offensive line usually gets muscled and pushed down, man. They usually get beat, but on this start of this drive is Boykin just backs up and gets sacked big time by Jakin. Oh wow, Malcolm Smith. I thought that was Malcolm Smith, but it looks like they got rid of Malcolm Smith. Oh, what? I don't like that decision. And here we go. McVoy, I'm going to him on this one. And it's picked off. And Paul Richardson will get the tackle. So it's picked off right there by the Raiders. What will they do? Can they score? And can they get a good freaking onside kick or something? They only need 2 touchdowns to win this game. Oh, look at this. It's a safety for Seattle. Good hit by Jordan right there, coming around to get EJ Manuel down. Look at this. Look at Jordan, and boom, look at that. And that's the worst part. It's a safety, and that basically puts us up by 2 touchdowns. EJ Manuel should have hit that hole, not backed up into Jordan, but man, that does whatever. And man, I really think I want to upgrade my offensive line. If they have any upgrade points, that's what I'm going to try and do, man. I'm tired of this worthless offensive line. Like, it's tiring. I want Marshawn Lynch to be beast mode, flying through holes and doing his thing out here. As Thomas Rawls, this backup offensive lineman, like the ones like this is a good offensive line group, I think, because they're doing their job. And look at the holes they're giving T. Rawls, man. That's good from this offensive line. Like, the little bit of upgrades they got last week, it's doing them good, man. It's really doing them good. I appreciate how they're playing now and what they're doing, as they're gonna blitz me, and I'm gonna just throw it over to Luke Wilson, and it's incomplete. Oh, it's good for a yard. All right, we'll take a yard. We'll take a yard. So we'll take a yard right there, and I'm trying to just get this baby to T. Rawls. Going to T. Rawls and getting tackled back, and the Raiders are gonna call another timeout, man. So we'll see their offense one more time in this game, as I'm gonna kick it back to him with John Ryan. So John Ryan, here we go. He's been busy tonight. Yeah, you don't want Desire to hit you again, boy. It looks like John Ryan's gotten beat up a little bit tonight too. So the Raiders are coming back out, the backups. Derek Carr's on the sideline, waiting for the regular season to start. And EJ Manuel knows that he's fighting for that backup spot. He's going to get a quick pass off and get down right away. And it's time to hurry up if you're the Raiders. It's time to get that hurry up going with a minute. You're down by 2 touchdowns with a minute and 11 seconds to go. And it's picked off right there, and that will probably end this game. And I'm going to hurdle it backwards, and my team don't pick up the ball, bruh. I tried to hurdle it backwards, try to do just a little bit of fun in the game, but doesn't look like that does anything for the team right there. Like, good pick by the safety, but bad decision by me. But that was on me. I don't blame him for that. As Bassey will get the tackle, and the Raiders are now they like that mistake I did But doing all this, like, hurry ups and freaking spiking the ball, that's gonna cost more time than what they really need. They just need to be hurrying up and calling a play. They can't be messing around. They almost need a miracle. E.J. Manuel's trying to get out of bounds, is what he does, but Frank Clark will get a big tackle on him right there. Manuel's alright after that big hit by Frank Clark. That's good. I don't want him to be injured, even though he's a backup. And they will throw it, and Brent will score. And this game is pretty close. The Raiders might have a chance to come back in this one, man. Got a one-score game. And Janikowski makes another field goal. Janikowski, he's having a good night. Alright, man, here we go. Onside kick. Martellus King with the power. Whoever gets this basically has. And McVoy, man, he's taking it up to see what he could do on that play. But, man, it's time just to run, let them call their quick timeout, because we know how Madden works and how the computer works in Madden. And I'm going to try and cut, but that ain't going to work. And the Raiders will call their final timeout of the preseason. Seattle is done to leave the preseason 3-1, and the Raiders are going to leave it 2-0. I mean 2-2. That's Rolls. Thomas Rolls getting some yardage, showing that he can run a little bit. And this offensive line is doing good. 13 rushes, 54 yards or 56. Like, that's doing good, Rolls. Alright, man. So this is the end of the game. It's nil right here. Like I said, we'll see the regular season start next week. Next episode. So, alright, guys, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.